Hello, peri and postmenopausers. Listen, I'm Coach Nitra, a nutrition and lifestyle coach and a certified menopause coaching specialist. So today, I really want to talk about some of those symptoms of peri and postmenopause that you may not be aware of. We all think about some of those easy ones that we know exist for almost everybody. And that is the hot flashes, night sweats, maybe some headaches, maybe a joint pain. But let's talk about some of the ones that you don't always think about. First, digestive concerns. A lot of women go into that perimenopause stage already having some type of digestion concerns. And those of you who don't, all of a sudden you feel like, oh, I feel bloated, or my food isn't digesting. Oh, I've got like stomach ache. I'm starting to get constipated. And you don't necessarily associate that with peri and postmenopause, but it is a major symptom of it. And why? Because as estrogen starts to decline in a female body, estrogen sits inside of the intestinal tract and it helps with some form of regularity. And as that starts to drop, people start to get what called motility issues, and you start to have problems with you being able to go to the bathroom. And so all of a sudden, things that used to work for you, things that you used to eat, all of a sudden don't make you feel at your best. All right, that's number one. Number two, frozen shoulder, right? Some of you may think, oh, it's just my joint pain, right? It's just my joint pain. But frozen shoulder or any other joint problems can be oftentimes a big sign of perimenopause symptoms. Why? Yet again, that change in estrogen, those receptors is happening all over our bodies. And all of a sudden, you're seeing numbness or you're seeing aches and pains that turn into something that, oh my gosh, my mobility is struggling. Oh my goodness, like popping in my hip, my knees are hurting. And it's not just a sign of old age. And it's also not just a sign of, oh, my knees are bad or my shoulder is bad. No, it actually is something a little bit more. And of course, it can be dealt with. Other signs, vertigo. Oftentimes, people who have never experienced headaches, or all of a sudden they've got vertigo, and or they started to get headaches and trying to figure out what's really going on. Why all of a sudden these headaches? First things first are always, are you dehydrated? Did we sleep? Right. But when you get to more severe headaches, when it's definitely something surrounding an event, or it is surrounding, oh my gosh, like it's almost debilitating type of headache, vertigo is 100% one of those things that can happen in those perimenopause years and leading into you going into full blown menopause. And it has something to do with your inner ear. The neurotransmitters throughout our body also sit inside that ear canal. And estrogen is there also. And so as it declines, it actually can throw off the balance of the little calcium kind of bone-like structures inside of the inner ear. And it throws your balance off. And so it'll give you this feeling of seasickness when you're just sitting at home. All right. So that's kind of a known fact, but lesser known. All right. Other things that can be happening, you can start to see cavities. You can see things happening to your teeth that, man, that seems a little bit different. And you may have been someone who always had perfect teeth or perfect dental visits, and all of a sudden that dentist says, hey, you notice you've got two cavities, and you're like, what do you mean? Well, remember, teeth are your bones. And as we start to go into those perimenopause to menopause, that year that leads right into menopause, you can see so many declines in bone health and strength. And so it's so important that we do things to prevent. Other concerns, you can start to see weight gain, of course, and I think we kind of know that one. But you can also start to see body fat increases, and you can see muscle mass decline. Why? Again, that loss in estrogen. And hear me when I say loss in estrogen, everybody, that's actually what's supposed to happen. So it's not like this is something that's not supposed to occur. But what are you doing to mitigate it? What are you doing to make sure we lessen the impact? Okay. Because as we get older, we don't need estrogen anymore because we are not having children. So that is a part of the process. But for many people, it can affect your body in a lot of different ways, one of which is you can see muscle mass decline. Of course, the more that you're strength training, the easier that will be. And you can mitigate some of that. But it's very important because this is when you can get sarcopenia, osteopenia, osteoporosis. And we want to prevent that, ladies. Some other things that you can see that I think people kind of know, but maybe you don't think about it as often. Brittle nails, you can see hair thinning, right? And you can try to figure out, man, I've got all the great hair care techniques in the world, but basically it's showing up as a little bit of some deficiency. And again, you can work on that as well. Some of the other things that you will start to see within those hot flashes or those night sweats, foods that you used to be able to enjoy all of a sudden cause you to be overheated. So for example, my coffee drinkers, right? So many of you love coffee, but at these years, it may be something that's not as helpful to you, and it can be inadvertently causing you to have a little bit more of a hard time with a hot flash and a night sweats. Okay. Tea drinkers at night, this can be something that maybe if you pull back on a little bit, that it may help you in your sleep. Okay. Other aspects, spicy food, alcohol, where you used to love to drink that wine, all of a sudden now it is like torturous on your body. Again, all of a sudden, those receptors and the way we digest, the way we filter, the way we process food, everything is a little bit different. And so you have to start to really pay attention to your body and understand what foods work, what doesn't, what do you need to minimize or even stop just for a little bit. And alcohol is definitely one of those things you want to really pay attention to. So I know I've said a lot of things, and sometimes we can feel like this perimenopause stage or, rolling into menopause can just suck, right? But the fact is, it's an empowering moment in life that we can embrace, but you have to do it in an informed way. And I get a chance to help people stay informed and coach ladies every single day on how to navigate, but know that it's not just about a pill. It's not just about hormones. It's not just about hormone replacement, but it truly is about how do you create a lifestyle that is going to help you navigate these few years, right? And some people, it could be 15 years of things that are going on. But the more that you can have a very consistent food routine, a consistent exercise routine, consistency around stress management and sleep, you find that you can minimize a lot of these symptoms, and then you're able to truly identify where you need real support, i.e., if you want to get menopause hormone replacement therapy, if you want to take supplements, because there are so many different ones to help you, right? There can be herbal supplements, then there can also be natural supplements that are not herbal based, but there can be things that help you navigate the estrogen loss. For some of you, you may be losing testosterone also. There's a lot of things that you can do, but none of us get to do that without addressing some of the basic pieces first, which is strength training routines, a cardiovascular routine that helps with your heart health, and then eating in a way that supports your current body and the current health that you want for yourself. All right. So, ladies, think about what I've said. Of course, as I said, I get a chance to help people do this every single day. Hopefully, these tips helped. Hopefully, some of that, if you have been feeling some of these things, hopefully, this helped you today. And oh my goodness, ladies, I almost forgot one thing. Some of you may be feeling like you just lack motivation and you think I just don't want to exercise. Some of that is literally in those perimenopause and menopause years, just the chemical makeup of our brain. It changes the way you view things. It can actually change perspective. And those are things that you may not realize that are happening. But again, how do we really impact it? Doing these things I just talked about, having consistency in routines. And then, of course, you can also start to see very low sex drive. And then you can also have moisture concerns. So there's a lot of tools that can help with moisture concerns. But when it comes to overall sex drive, that's where the more that we can be consistent with the eating and the exercise, sleep and the stress management, then you'll really be able to see, do you need some other type of hormone support or do you need some other type of supplement? But let's get some of those things that are fundamental right first, and then let's see where that next level of support is. All right. So, ladies, hopefully this helped. Follow, like, share this video. Follow me on Instagram as well, Nutrition with Nitra. And of course, if you feel like, oh my God, I definitely want more, I need more, you can message me via the link in my bio or on Instagram. And of course, you can also join my subscription service on School. So, ladies, I will see you soon.